Good morning and welcome to Lutheran Church of the Good Shepherd. Holy smokes. I think I can comfortably declare this the largest crowd we've ever had for a Stand and Light Memory Choir concert, right? Again, I am Pastor Josh Tofar, a grateful representative of a most gracious host. We are continually grateful to be able to be the host for the Stand and Light Memory Choir. I have to say my every concert line that this choir is my favorite interruption in my week, and I am their favorite interruption in their rehearsals.
That's right.
And because two people clapped, I will say that next time as well. I want to tell you a quick story, and I asked permission to do this, which you should never give a pastor permission to tell a quick story. So I wrote down notes, which won't make it longer, I promise. But I want to tell you the story of my purple coat. And because I'm a pastor, it's going to be a little bit before I get to that. When I was much younger, 5 or 6 years old enough to be in school, my church had a kids choir that sang at our nursing home. And part of that was being paired with residents in the nursing home, and I was paired with my great-grandfather, Grandpa Guy. Grandpa Guy stood about this tall. But every time I visited Grandpa Guy, he would tell me when we were done with our visit, "Go home and tell your dad to feed the horses." I didn't know we had horses. And Grandpa Guy didn't know that we didn't. And I was thinking about that last night as my wife and I were in the cities at the Ordway for the show, The Notebook. And if you know the story, if you know the movie, and you have free time in the next 2 weeks, get your tickets and go to it. But it is a story, and I'm not going to ruin it, of a couple where the spouse, the wife, has memory loss issues. And they are living with that, and it's the story of that. And there was not a dry eye in that place. And I found myself thinking, one, that everybody knows somebody. And all I could think of at the time was that my Grandpa Guy, who died many years ago, was my person. And then I thought of my purple coat. Iva Peck. Now, you might remember the Red Robin coat. Iva Peck said, "Pastor, I'm going to find you a purple coat." And I laughed. I thought, "No, you're not." And she did. And so as I was thinking about my purple coat, I was thinking about, one, how I'm going to greet you all this morning, but two, the theme of this concert, why we sing. There's a line in the Notebook in the very beginning. The wife asks, "Why are we sitting at the piano?" And the husband says, "Because when our memory starts to go, music is in the part of the brain that goes last. We sing because we remember how to." And as I thought about that in my purple coat, I realized the second part of why we sing, and it's because of community. We sing because it gives us community. And I remembered my purple coat and realized that my Grandpa Guy wasn't the only one in my life. But all of you in this choir, in this crowd, are also my people. And I am grateful. So Iva, thank you. I know you said it's from the whole choir, so whole choir, thank you. Enjoy the show, Why We Sing.
Starts with just a single
Like Good morning. There we go. My name is Kate Larson, and I'm the artistic musical director of this wonderful choir that you see standing up here. And I want to welcome you and thank you for coming to our concert. This is amazing to see so many people here to support what we do. So thank you for being here. And welcome to our program, Why We Sing. There are many reasons why we sing, and I loved Pastor Josh's intro to that. We sing as an emotional outlet. We sing to remember. We sing to celebrate. We sing, as you're going to hear later, we sing because we're happy. We're also happy because we sing. Both are true. It's kind of a chicken and egg situation. Which came first, singing or being happy? But I think most importantly, we sing to be connected. We sing to be connected to something larger than ourselves. And that's what being in a choir is all about. And they sing to be connected with each other every Thursday when we're here rehearsing. But it's more than that, because we're here to share this with you. And so we sing to be connected with all of you. And thank you for sharing that, because it means so much to us and to be a part of our community. And so, as we ended our very first song today, we're going to ask you, won't you sing along? And please do join us in these next two sing-alongs, and there will be lyrics right up here for you to see. A couple of our favorites. There is nothing quite like the sound and the feeling of a whole room of people singing together. So thank you for joining in that. And there are studies. Did you know there are studies that show that when you sing together, your hearts start to beat in sync? It's amazing, really, what singing together with other people can do. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for singing along. Good. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge Anne Kubiatowicz, our wonderful accompanist, and Jordan Cox, who's over there doing all the different percussion instruments on this piece. And I want to say thank you especially because Anne and Jordan are our rehearsal team every week. And so every Thursday morning, of course, we have Anne playing piano. And Jordan, although he's not always playing a bunch of percussion instruments, is the one who helps with all of our tech. And so one of the things that we are able to do with Stand in the Light Memory Choir is to offer Zoom rehearsals. So people can actually come to rehearsal if they're not able to be here physically in person. They can come from afar. If you're sick, if you're not feeling well, you can still join. We have people who are going to go down south for the winter for a little while, and they can still Zoom in and rehearse. And then they come back and join us in April for our concert. None of that would be possible if we didn't have that tech support. So thank you to our team.
Hear the real, though far off song that hails
Did you know that this year is the 60th anniversary of The Sound of Music? So there's been kind of a celebration. They re-released like a remastered version of the movie. And so it brought me this memory of when my daughter, Emily, was 5 years old. We were watching The Sound of Music, and she turned to me and she said, "Mom, why is it called The Sound of Music?" And, you know, kids just catch you by surprise sometimes. I was like, I don't know. And so I said, I guess I never really thought about that before. And I paused and I was trying to think of, some way to describe that. And then she just says to me, maybe it's because they didn't have music in their lives, but then she came and brought music to them. And I was like, yeah, I was about to way overcomplicate it, but yes, that's about right. And so as I programmed this song, I thought back to that moment with my daughter, and I thought about what Stand in the Light Memory Choir does for people, and especially for what music does for us when we are experiencing memory change. And again, Pastor Josh spoke about that a little bit, but it does something for us. It brings something back, and it helps us remember. And so I'll just share these lyrics from this song, which is why I chose this song that Maria sings. I go to the hills when my heart is lonely. I know I will hear what I've heard before. My heart will be blessed with the sound of music, and I'll sing once more. You already heard a little bit about Iva Peck and the purple coat. But another thing that you may know if you've been to our concerts before about Iva is that she writes a poem for us at every concert. It's kind of a medley of all of our songs and ideas put together. And so I am thrilled to invite Iva up here to read her poem.
Good morning. Glad so many of you could show up today. One thing we didn't mention much about the choir is we have sing partners, so we always have two that'll help each other out. My medley today is Why We Do Sing. The Stand in the Light Memory Choir sings to bring together lives that have been touched with memory loss, feelings that we share about memory loss, with the love of company and just a song. We sing of our hopes for today and our visions of tomorrow, standing hand in hand. Being afraid of this unknown world of dementia, we sing to be brave because life is an endless song. Wouldn't you like to sing to be blessed with the sound of music? To hear the echo in our soul, making a refuge for yourself and feeling free. Rejoice and celebrate in this unknown world.
Good. There are so many so many thank yous and things that need to be said, really, when we're up here. And one of those thank yous I'd like to say is to our board of directors. So with our board of directors behind the scenes, always working tirelessly to make all of this happen. If you are here and you are on our board of directors, will you stand? Some are out here, some are up here. We really couldn't do this without you. And I'm going to invite Lynn Weber up here. Lynn is our board president. And I'd like to just really take a special moment to thank her because she's been our president, but her term as board president is going to be coming to an end soon. And could we just give her a really special thank you for everything she's done?
Kate, you took my line. I was going to have the board stand. That's okay. On behalf of the board of directors, I'd like to really thank you all for coming today. We couldn't do this without you as an audience. So, in your program today, I just have a few announcements. You have a survey card. This is very important that you fill out and just leave in one of the buckets or on the table as you leave. We apply for grants, and we need data to apply for the grant, like maybe how old you are, maybe how far you traveled today to get here. So it's information that grant committees look at when they're awarding monies. So thank you for filling that out. The other thank you that we need to do, besides our board of directors, is all the volunteers who work behind the scenes, and especially Barb Kleist and the snack ladies. So if you guys are here, could you stand up? Every Thursday morning before rehearsal, we have social time, and I know these guys all like to come and sing, but if you were here for social time, you'd think that they really only came for social time and the snacks, right? Okay. And after the performance today, you're invited down to the fellowship hall for a few of those snacks and to be social. When we look at having the choir, we have to mention the people who support us financially. Not only you in attending our concerts, but also with your donations. But we also have some grant people that we need to thank. They can be found on the back of your program, but I'm just going to give a shout out to the Bader Philanthropies, the Eau Claire Community Foundation, Emmanuel Lutheran Trust Fund, the Pablo Foundation, and the Spirit Lutheran Foundation. We've also received some sponsorships locally from Lakeland Home Health Care and Therapy, and especially most recently from Heritage Senior Living, and they brought some people today, so a big shout out to them. Stand in the Light Memory Choir, it's in its 9th year. We've grown from a very few number of singers for a performance to the 72 that you see behind me today. None of this is possible without the financial support of the community, you, and our sponsors and donors. So please use the enclosed envelope or any of our locked boxes to make an additional donation. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
I don't like to talk too much, but this next piece is one that's familiar to us. We've done it before. And it provided one of those moments for me as the director of this choir where there are times where people say, you know, do you know what that is? And I have to say, no. So in this next song, you're going to hear a lyric about finding your skate key. And I said, do you know what a skate key is? And I was like, no, I don't. But many of you out there probably remember that you had to have your skate key if you wanted to use those skates, and if you lost it, too bad, so sad. So it's just one of those fun moments that I have to laugh at myself about. So please enjoy Happiness. every semester I like to throw something at them to really challenge them. And sometimes when I bring it out, they're a little nervous, but I think they totally pulled that off with gusto. I'd like to take a moment to introduce choir member Gary Polden. So, as you heard Lynn say, we're in our 9th year, which means we have an anniversary coming up. So I'm going to invite Gary up here to talk about that a little.
Well, good morning, and thank you for being such an attentive audience. It's fun to sing, and it's really fun to sing when you have an audience feedback, so thank you. Today, sorry, I can't see this. Okay. Today you've been part of Magic, and as Kate has said, every Thursday morning we have magic. We feel magic. Every time we sing together as a community, there's nothing like it. A doctor once said, to love one another is to learn their song and then teach them when they have forgotten. And that definitely is kind of our choir, because people who think they don't know this music, they sing it, they hear it, they do it. So it's exciting to be here. 1 year from now, in the fall of 2026, Stand in the Light will be celebrating their 10th anniversary. And as part of this milestone celebration, we're going to be creating and publishing a volume of the history of the choir and its accomplishments, its values. And during COVID, we all streamed from home, and you don't know what it's like to be singing by yourself in the kitchen with a computer. And your wife said, "What's going on out here?" So, yeah, a long history. We have had many accomplishments. We have sung for many different situations in town. So we're asking you to help us with that. We're compiling some responses from families, from friends, from audiences about your experience hearing this choir and things that you thought of, you think of. And so as you leave this morning, you're going to get a postcard from people at the door, and we would like your comments to compile them to be part of this volume that we're going to publish next year. So, excuse me, there's a reception afterwards, so if you can fill it out while you're here, and then either see a board member, there'll be tables down there, or as you leave, there'll be baskets. Or if you want to take it home and think about it and then write the things, they're addressed, self-addressed, so you just pop it in the mail and get it back. But it's very important to get your feedback and your comments about the choir, because you are as much a history of the choir as we are. So we thank you. Thank you for coming, and happy November.
Wow, that goes so fast. Before we do our last couple of numbers, just a couple of thank yous from me as well. Again, we want to thank our corporate sponsor, Heritage Senior Living, and I know that there are people here this morning. Thank you. Lynn already stole my thank you, but to Barb Kleist and the snack ladies who take really good care of us every week, we are well fed. All of our volunteers in every capacity. There are people here today helping with the concert. There are people here on a weekly basis. There are people behind the scenes always. I want to say a big thank you to DMI Sound who are here recording, so this concert will be able to be shared with people who can't be here today. I have to say a big thank you to Kobe. So Kobe is standing over here, but Kobe, wave at us. Kobe is our administrative assistant. That title really doesn't do it justice. Kobe keeps this whole ship afloat and everything running, honestly. I don't know what we would do if we didn't have her helping us. A big thank you to Pastor Josh and to Lutheran Church of the Good Shepherd for being a home for this choir, for providing a place for us to come together every week to share this music, to share this fellowship. Thank you. And of course, a thank you to all of these wonderful humans. I love to program, I love to find music, but that only comes alive when they sing it. And I'm so grateful to spend my time with them every Thursday. I have to invite you also, coming up, not next week because it's Thanksgiving, but the 2 Thursdays after that, we come together and instead of rehearsing, we do carol sing-alongs. Anybody can come to these. You are all welcome to join us. 9:45 on Thursday morning, December 4th, and Thursday morning, December 11th. And it is just pure fun. You will see lots of festive wear, and you've never seen festive wear until you've seen these guys get dressed up. Let me tell you. There are inflatable costumes, there are lights flashing. It's a really good time. And we just sing and enjoy fellowship. So if you're interested in getting in the spirit with us, please come and join us one or both of those mornings. And if you're thinking maybe stand in the light is something that I'd like to do, that's a great time to just come and sing and try it out. Because our spring semester starts January 15th. And at that time, we will welcome new singers who want to come and join us on Thursday mornings. And our spring semester, the choir hasn't even heard this yet, our theme will be the journey we share. So we invite you to come and check it out and join us. Thank you so much for being here. If you loved it so much, you can come back tonight. We have another concert at 6:30. And we hope to see you out at the reception. Thank you.
Didn't I tell you I hear what you say? Never time we